Barrister, who is a Lagosian? You and I, do we qualify as Lagosians?
Anybody that is born here is a Lagosian.
Okay, what if you have lived here for like 5, 10, 15
You are a Lagosian,
years?
you're a Lagosian. That's why you're a Lagosian, because you live here, you work here, you pay tax here, you're a Lagosian.
Okay.
Nobody can deny that right from you. So these other people that are claiming that Lagos, what are they even
Even if in your state of origin, you don't write Lagos State.
So
but by nomenclature, you are a Lagosian because you live here. You apply your trade here, work here, contribute
if
to...
You even have a house here, you have a house here.
Okay.
So these other people that are doing all this nonsense, go and check. They are riffraff from nowhere. They are riffraff from nowhere because a reasonable person cannot go through this route. I'm not joking. A riffraff is joking. Go and check. They are not even, if you tread their ancestral home, they don't have ancestral home in Lagos. They came from neighboring states. And because they can speak Yoruba, they claim that they are the owner of Lagos. Is that how to do things? Tell me. These are things that I was calling out Lagos elders, the Oba of Lagos. Don't allow any individual to destroy this beautiful Lagos. I'm not joking. I grew up here in the 70s. I told you. I lived in Akerele. I went to school, primary school, Methodist school, Obele, in Surulere. Obele, Ajawo Road.
All right. Okay.
So,
Barrister.
Someone who grew up on number 11, December Akerele. So how come?
Barrister, hold on to your line of thought, please. There's an incoming call. Let's just take the call.
I used to be a regular church person, but I've come to understand that religion is the basis of our putrefaction as a people. We are the way we are because we are religious. And those who call themselves religious rulers in Nigeria are no different from Nigerian politicians. In fact, they are in bed with Nigerian politicians, whether they are pastors or imams. The Bible is very categorical. It says that by their fruits you shall know them. What are the fruits of the Christian leaders or rulers? Because they don't lead anyone, they are rulers. The first thing that you expect of a Christian is respect for the sanctity of truth. God is truth. There is no truth within which you will not find God. If the thing is true, then it endures in God. God is inside that thing. The one thing you will not find in the mouth of our religious rulers is the truth. In the midst of all the evil that has been perpetrated in the last 2 weeks, how many religious rulers have you heard coming out in Lagos State to say that, please stop all this division on account of tribe? How many of them? Not one. They've been conveniently quiet. They never see anything wrong in what government is doing, and yet our country is going to blazes, whether they are Muslims or whether they are Christians. I can speak to the Christian faith because that is where I belong, and I can tell you without, I must hesitate because I know at least one or two men of God, but beyond those ones, really, somebody like Pastor Sam Aidomo, for instance, he regularly provides this platform for the truth to be disseminated. And I know there are a few others like that. But really, think about it. The state is going to the dogs and has been going to the dogs forever. How many of them have ever had anything to say? So as far as religion is concerned with the situation of Nigeria, I think Nigeria is where you see the true exposition of what religion is intended to do. Go to the root word, religare. What does it mean? It means to bind. When you find dictionaries that have pictures, you'll find a picture of a small bird, probably a finch, and it has its wings tied with bows. Religion is meant to constrain your imagination. The imagination is the seat of creativity. When you constrain a man's imagination, you enslave him. What religion does is to prescribe how you live. It's meant to be a guide to spirituality. But in Nigeria, both the imams and the pastors have robbed it of the content of his capacity to lead you to God. It's meant in Nigeria to lead you into bondage so that you might be exploited both by the pastors and imams and their clients. the political class. So religion in Nigeria has come to become a tool of control, both for the state and for the practitioners, especially the religious rulers. Afan Sanra, Omojonru. That's the way it is. That's why you find this undue emphasis on money, prosperity. Nobody is talking about truth and accountability.
Mr. Puto, you've lived long enough in Lagos. You've seen things happen in the past. You've seen things happen even recently. Do you agree with that concept? Lagos is a no man's land.
Yes, because this was our first capital, so it had people from different ethnic groups who made Lagos really bubble. So if you're looking at it from that perspective, yeah, it's just like America, the melting pot of all the, a lot of immigrant people. And now look at how Donald Trump is messing the whole thing up. Yeah? So, yes, from that perspective, in terms of people coming together, it's really a no man's land. It's like New York. I think Lagos is like the New York of Nigeria. Yeah. So
if
you cannot tell Lagos State government how to name their street. You cannot tell Lagos State government who to name their bus stop after. Everything can be political, and everything should be political. From AC, ACN to APC, Igbo communities have voted against this political party that has honored the Igbos by naming their streets after them. And when they make a change in their system, you start complaining. Common sense should tell you that the party in power is the party that has the power to, protect your interest or to mess up your interest. You continue to vote against that party and you expect the party not to respond. You are not serious. Having a street named after an individual is not a right. It's a privilege, and it comes with responsibility. Charlie Boy does not deserve to have a bus stop or street named after him in Lagos. He does not deserve it. From 1999 to date, Charlie Boy has stood with virtually all the opposition parties in Lagos State, a state that has honored him. He cannot honor back that state with his support. And somebody might say, it is not only Charlie Boy bus stop that was renamed. All the streets named after Igbos have been changed. But I don't see any reason why Igbos should be voting against the APC. Igbos continue to vote for Jimmy Agbaje until Jimmy Agbaje himself became to APC that Igbos were voting against. Don't we learn? Don't we learn? Common sense should tell us that politics is a game of interest. You should protect your interest. This is not our home. The least we can do is to support any party in power. Any party that has a higher chance of winning the election. Meanwhile, what are we even blabbing about? They renamed street that bears the Igbo name. In 2018, Willie Obiano renamed Abakaliki Street to Club Street. In the Anambra State, said that name was somehow. How can one of the most important streets in Anambra State be named after Abakaliki, Ndi Abakaliki? And today, you are complaining about renaming Charlie Boy bus stop to Olamide Bado bus stop. But, however, I remember there is a street, one of the most important streets or avenue in Lagos State called Ozumbambadiwe Avenue in Lagos State. I don't think that name has been changed. I think it is still there. And I saw so many Yoruba names that were changed to other Yoruba names.
Something very worrying is happening in Lagos State, and it's time we all paid attention. Recently, the outgoing chairman of Barega LCDA, Honorable Kolade Alabi David, renamed the well-known Charlie Boy bus stop to Bado bus stop in honor of music star Olamide. On the surface, this may seem like a sweet move, a way of celebrating homegrown talents. After all, Olamide has inspired millions and left his mark on Nigeria's pop culture. But let's not be too quick to clap, because beneath this seemingly innocent gesture lies a silent creeping danger, a growing ethnic bias, and a quiet cultural cleansing through public policy in Lagos. This isn't just about one bus stop. It's about many places in Lagos that used to bear names connected to non-Yoruba figures, especially the Igbo, being gradually renamed without any conversation, justification, or respect for history. Once upon a time, Lagos was a shining symbol of unity, a melting pot where Igbos, Hausas, Yorubas, and many other tribes in Nigeria came to hustle, build, and succeed together. It didn't matter where you were from. What matters was your drive, your vision, your contribution. But now, that spirit is being tested. More and more, we are seeing street names, landmarks, and public places associated with non-Yoruba communities are being removed quietly, softly, but steadily. No public notice, no town hall meetings, no consultation with the people living there. Just erase and rename like it never existed. And the big question is, why? Is there any record that Charlie Boy, a known cultural icon, committed a crime or dishonored Lagos? Was his name imposed illegally? Or are we now saying that any name not sounding Yoruba should disappear from our shared space? Let's not sugarcoat this. This is tribalism, clean and dangerous. And worst still, it is happening through official government policy. Lagos is not a village. It is Nigeria's economic powerhouse, the face of our diversity, and home to people of all backgrounds. If Lagos begins to act like it's only for one ethnic group, then what hope do we have for national unity? What message are we sending to the Igbos, Hausas, Niger Deltas, and other non-Yoruba people who live in Lagos? Pay taxes, buy land, build businesses, raise families, and call Lagos home. That they are second-class citizens, that their presence and history don't matter. Let's not pretend. This new wave of street renaming is not about development. It's about erasure. It's about using state power to rewrite the memory of Lagos, to paint it as a city that was built solely by one group. But the truth, which history will always record, is that Lagos became great because it welcomed everyone. This policy is not only backwards, it's dangerous. Nigeria is already under intense pressure, insecurity, ethnic suspicion, poor governance, and an ever-shrinking space for national belonging. We don't need any more fuel on the fire. And make no mistake, what affects one ethnic group today may affect another tomorrow. If we allow this to go on, we are setting a precedent where government can erase people's identities silently, legally, and permanently. It's ironic because the Yoruba people, known for wisdom, education, political maturity, and hospitality, are now being misrepresented by the actions of misguided politicians trying to score cheap ethnic points. These leaders do not speak for the true spirit of Yoruba progressiveness. They are simply playing with fire in a house built by many. And to those cheering this on and staying silent, here is a powerful truth. No one wins in a divided Nigeria, not even those in power. A city that thrives is one that welcomes all, not one that shuts door or history or stamps out the memory of others. If you look at Abuja, our federal capital, people of many tribes live there. They own properties, run businesses, vote freely, and are honored by street names and major landmarks. Nobody removed their name simply because they are not from Abuja. So why is Lagos turning into a battlefield for ethnic dominance? Let's also not forget that the name Charlie Boy Bus Stop had stood for decades. It carried meaning. It meant something to many. Just remove it like that without asking the people, without telling the story behind the change, is an insult to memory and to us all. Lagos must do better. Our leaders must rise above petty ethnic politics. If anything, their duty is to protect our unity, not deepen our divisions. If they cannot do that, then they have failed their oath of office. So I asked the Lagos State government and the Ministry of Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, why these name changes? What is the policy behind them? Were residents consulted? Are we now saying that some tribes are more Lagosians than others? These are questions that deserve honest answers, not silence, not excuses, not arrogance. This is not about condemning anyone. It's about defending our right to coexist peacefully and equally in this nation. If we do not speak now, the day will come when your street name, your community, your culture will be considered unworthy. Let us stop this madness before it becomes normalized. Let Lagos remain the city of hope, of unity, of shared dreams, not a city where names are erased because of tribal sentiments. The strength of Nigeria is in our diversity. The strength of Lagos is in our openness. Let no one kill that spirit in the name of politics. Let peace reign. Let reason return. And above all, let justice and inclusiveness guide our leaders. Okay.
Wahala dey. Though you don't see we many of una dey see all this thing we be seeing the trend online about this Charlie Boy and Olamide. Many of una know say Charlie Boy na Igbo and Olamide na Yoruba when he be. And the division we be seeing dey between Yoruba and Igbo, you don't we be seeing dey. That is why many persons out there they talk see now the division of the Yorubas and the Igbos wey be say in dey na im make this country no one go up. Because if the two wey be say they dey intelligent for this country no dey united, there's no way Nigeria go move forward. If you carefully understand how things they go, how our leaders and our rulers now they even rule us, you go know say they don't use sentiments to divide us. So we say we be youth, we be say we suppose they use our own head. You know say this street naming of a thing we be see they come on board now, where some people know they use their head. Now something we politicians don't already know see it normally enter us where we say we be youth brain, where we saying go fit distract us. Now no say 2027 election is around the corner now. All these politicians are all these people we be seeing now they claim to be una leaders. They don't they use one way or the other now to make sure say una don't they confused so that they go fit do their mago work wey be say they normally do every to confuse una. If you look at how things is placed off, I don't even know why some persons could even come see this one, that one, and this one supposed to belong to my own tribe. You know, say this tribal war that is between Igbo, Yoruba, and many other persons in this country. Now he make Fulanis and many other people will be say they won't claim this Nigeria, they claim them. Because if they carefully listen to how things they even go online now, many Igbos and Yoruba now they don't do online, they quarrel themselves. Meanwhile, there are the two people who say they not even supposed to quarrel with themselves. This country will be say with this, so if you carefully understand within daily Farotimi they talk for there, you go normally know say now our rulers and our leaders now then be the people we see they don't use our head. Even people will be say we call them our religion leaders, them they don't they brainwash us too, because them they are playing all this game for their own selfish interest, which is very very bad. If you understand how life they even go, so like even our people will be say we call to be our religious leader, if things is happening in their own good, they will not come out to talk. Now remember that time we be say good luck keep to Jonathan being did this country they rule. We things were in favor of many persons then, but some pastors and some imam were out against him. They make sure they take him out. That is to tell you, see, religion and sentiment is the only problem we be seeing for this country. But people will be see them get idea and only them did like think go far of that. But you will be see the hear us now. Is this Lagos really belong to Igbo or Yoruba, or Lagos is a no man state? Because this wahala you don't do too much. Now I be saying that the hear us now again needs to be seen now on talk concerning this. Make now drop now on thought for inside comment section. And also if today's the first time, make it like, share, subscribe. Thank you.